Better now than never. That's one of my mottos. I'm sure you've heard the statement, better late than never. And the thing is, I don't like that term because that implies that I'm starting behind and I'm doing what I'm doing at the perfect time for me. And I would like to propose that you are doing what you're doing at the perfect time for you. You are not late, as long as you are here in the now. Better now than never. The song I'm going to sing for you is entitled Light. And I'm going to tell you the words to it, and hopefully you stay around for me to sing it, because some of the words might sound kind of bizarre. Every blossom's fragrance sweet, endured pungent fecal heat. Oh my goodness, she's talking about poo. Well, what I'm talking about is the difficulty that every birthing process requires. And it's not easy. It's not easy to become a new version of yourself. It's not easy for the flower. It's not easy for the worm to become a butterfly. It's not easy for a baby to be birthed. I could go on forever, but I'm not going to. So that's what that's talking about. Next, every blessing you secure came from sacrifice endured. You don't get any, there's no free lunch. There's nothing you will have without payment in the bag if you haven't already paid for it or somebody else hasn't done it for you. Because sometimes you get into a relationship and you help each other. So you may not totally pay for it in the way that some people might think it needs to be paid for, but if you're in agreement, then it gets paid for. And that's why it's good to be in good relationships, because you can spread the labor. Any happy and enhance the joy. Any happiness you feel comes with suffering concealed. We don't know. You can't look at me and I can't look at you and say, oh, your life's so easy. You never had to work a day in your life. Or their life's so easy and I'm just a victim because let me tell you all these excuses as to why I'm a victim. And one of my songs I might sing today too is Victim or Victor, because you are not a victim by happenstance. You are a victim by choice. Maybe at one point you were a victim by not choice, but if you continue to be a victim over the thing that happened to you that one time, then you are choosing that victimhood. And we are exactly where we want to be. We are exactly where we're willing to make the sacrifices to be. Okay, sounds like tough love, huh? The next line in the song goes, light dispels the darkness. Light does not destroy. Without contrast, definition cannot be employed. I used to like to, when I would color a picture when I was in school, and we would color things, I liked to outline the coloring after I colored it with black to kind of define the picture better, and it would just pop. I liked the way it looked, and that definition is required. The contrast, the line, the boundary is required. It's required for safety, but it's also required for the picture to emerge with more pop and for your life to have more clarity. The next one is the yin and yang of life. The dance we all engage requires all we have in order to remain in life, in order to remain alive while we are alive. It is required that we give all we have. There's no solutions. There are no solutions. Heaven can't exist if hell doesn't knock to tempt, entice, insist that you take another glance into the night. For you must face the darkness again and again and again if you would walk in light. I'm done explaining it. I'm going to sing it for you, and I hope that it serves you. Every blossom's fragrance sweet endured pungent fecal heat. Every blessing you secure came from sacrifice endured. There is nothing you will have without a payment in the bag. Any happiness you feel comes with suffering concealed. Light dispels the darkness. Light does not destroy. Without contrast, definition cannot be employed. The yin and yang of life, the dance we all engage, requires all we have in order to remain. Every blossom's fragrance sweet endured pungent fecal heat. Every blessing you secure came from sacrifice endured. There are no solutions. Heaven can't exist if hell doesn't come to knock, tempt, entice, insist that you must take another glance into the night. You must face the darkness again. You must face the darkness again and again if you would walk in light. There are no solutions. Heaven can't exist if hell doesn't come to knock, tempt, entice, insist that you take another glance into the night. For you must face the darkness again. You must face the darkness again if you would become light. I love the idea that we are made of stardust. And as annoying as it is that we must face the darkness, that we must go through that wall, that we must overcome our weak, pathetic, victimhood, martyr-ish self that we may have chosen to be up until this moment, it's the only way. And there is no way out of that sacrifice. There is no way out of facing yourself in your weakened state. Not to beat yourself up, but to embrace yourself and lift yourself up. To become that you see that you could be if you would just assume the idea that better now than never and stop judging yourself because it's not doing you any good. I'll end with victim or victor, and that will be my post for today. And I hope it encourages you to know that you're right where you need to be and that you're where you want to be. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be where you want to be. If you see somebody in a place that you think, oh, why am I not in that kind of a place? Why don't I have those opportunities? Or why don't I have maybe those material possessions or those skills? Well, the reason you don't is because it has to do with what you were given to begin with, but then what you did with what you were given. And what you did is just perfect for where you are right now. It's perfect. It's in balance. If you want a different balance, well, you gotta face the dragon. Victim or victor, you decide. Victim or victor, will you hide from the discipline you need to engage in, to achieve what you say you want? Do you really want what you say you do? And if you do, you will face that dragon. You will go into that darkness. And we will realize we are stardust and we will become light. I'm Sarah D. Please subscribe. Thank you for all of you who have subscribed, and thank you for your support. And I'm thinking of you when I make these posts because I just don't think we're that different. I may be wrong, but I don't think we are. Make it a great day for you. You're the only one who can.